Welcome to a semi-breezy Lincoln. We've just spent a while on the trains. We've managed to get here 2 hours early, so I get to film 2 hours early. We've got some very interesting things planned for the 2 days that I'm going to be here for, and I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film, but I'm able to film one of them, which is this giant inflatable monster up here. And there's not just one of these, there's a whopping 8 more, and I'm going to try and see if I can find them all, so wish me luck. And by the way, the Curse of Lincoln has started. It's already hit 500 and I've barely got off the train. So I've been for a little bit more of a wander around by this place called Everyman, which is pretty much like a, I guess, like restaurant, pub, whatever you want to call it. It's a very interesting looking place, and it does look very expensive. But on top of that is the second monster that we've spotted in Lincoln, so that's 2 down, 7 more to go. Can we find them all? I've got no idea, but I'm going to keep looking. Well, it took me all of about probably 10 seconds to spot the next 2. That's, I guess, number 3 and number 4 spotted so far out of 9, so far I'd say we're doing pretty well. We've been in Lincoln not too long, so this might actually be a lot easier than I first thought. Moving a bit further down, I believe this might be monster number 5, maybe number 4, number 5, I've lost count. Editor, how many were there? So a bit later on, we are now down by an area called East By, and apparently East Gate as well, going down towards the Bale Gate, and something very interesting which hopefully I'll get to film a little bit later. But in the meantime, we're going to go and continue monster hunting. Like I said earlier, 5 out of 9 so far, which means 4 more to go, and I think I know where a few are, so let's get going. Well, I know I went from a bus all the way through to a hotel room in a very, very quick turn of events. Well, it turns out a lot of stuff happened. I got to speak to the wonderful John O'Brien at BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Got to spend a proper about hour and a half, nearly 2 hours exploring the station, learning what all the bits and things and everything does. Because of course I do radio myself. If you haven't heard already, at truckers.fm every Monday and Friday. But it's very, very cool to have a little bit of a walk around. Unfortunately, I couldn't film anything there. There's quite a lot of sensitive details there, but I did get this photo right here when I got to the end of the studio. So it was very, very cool indeed. But I would again like to say a massive thank you to John O'Brien and of course all of the BBC Radio Lincolnshire team for that. In the meantime, I've got back to the hotel, and the restaurant are very short staffed, so it might either be just whatever I can find, or we might be about to go on the late night expedition. Good morning and welcome back to day number 2. We're outside, we're going back into Lincoln, Waterside South. It's literally just to our right over there. We've got a wonderful little dragon on the side as well. We've got a little bit of free time to go and wander around before we head back to the trains, and then more trains, and then a bus, and then I have to go and edit this lot. Oh dear. So it's a little bit on the cooler side today, but here is Waterside. We've got the giant Waterside Centre there. We've got a couple little businesses. We've got a tiny little, I think, boat tours business there. And we've got like a little floating coffee shop, as well as somebody's actual boat. I think they're just trying to rest at the moment, so I shall just turn the camera the other way for a minute. And then moving over here, we've got the Cornhill Quarter. We've got the brand new Cornhill Market, which really hasn't been open that long. And I've got to say, it is pretty cool on the inside. There's a lot of tiny little shops, stalls, and pretty much a little bit of everything. Got, I think, even a little market stall here today as well. We've got the massive B&M over there, which used to be Wilco's. And then we've got this giant thing over here that says, "Welcome to the city of Lincoln. So after a little bit of walking through the town, we're now at the edge of the train station. This isn't the platform we're after. The platform we're after is behind that wall over there, but we've got a couple interesting trains coming through. We've got one that will be coming through to London's King's Cross. There we go. I had to try to remember what it was for a second. We've got one going through to Sheffield over there on platform 3A, and then, like I say, ours is going to be on platform 5B. And now we're off the train at probably one of the most boring stations I've been at. Welcome to Sleaford. We've been here so much, and well, we kind of have to, because the train that we get on here goes all the way through to the next station that I've got to wait for. But the way we get here is by coming in from one line, waiting for 50 minutes of doing nothing, and then getting back on the train and going on to another train line, which is always fun. In the meantime, though, it's been a very, very interesting, I would say few days, but just very interesting, I guess, 24 hours. Hopefully you've been enjoying a little bit of looking around Lincoln with me, especially enjoying looking around all the inflatable monsters, kind of doing a little bit of monster hunting. And this was actually filmed just a bit before Halloween, which I think was just nothing short of brilliant timing. And again, I wish I could have shown you more of Radio Lincolnshire, but a lot of it there was very much confidential and top secret, so I'm not really sure how much of it I was allowed to film, so I just didn't film any of it. But like I said yesterday, I do have, of course, a photo that you saw earlier from the studio, but other than that, I don't think I was really allowed to film much there. In the meantime, though, I'm going to go and sit back down and get bored waiting for another train, and then we'll pick the camera up when we get to the station we're trying to get to. And here we are now at the place a lot of people like to call Skeg Vegas, or to be another boring place to another, Sleaford to Skeg, what a time. Still, I've got a bus to catch and a studio to get back to, so in the meantime, I'd like to say thanks for watching, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Tech out. See ya. Okay, we would have gone back, but the bus has broken down. Oh dear.